Our thoughts and feelings are our own and are not representative of Electronic Arts as a whole or anyone else.
Once again, it's time for the Team Lift podcast with your hosts, Brandon Bowie and Roderick McDaniel. Let's go ahead and get right into the show.
All right, man. So let me start the show with this. I hate everything about me. Let's just start with that. So since I hate everything about me, I have now started this whole new thing. I'm about to get back on my keto diet, start working out again, try to lose some weight, and then I'm going to get this fixed. Now, a lot of people who have met me in person know this exists. There's a gap in my teeth. Now, when I say there's a gap in my teeth, some people say, oh, it gives you personality. No. Let me show you how much personality it gives me. This is a freaking quarter.
I thought you were going to pull out a fucking measuring tape or something.
Bro, I'm a fucking slot machine. I don't like this. And so I decided I'm going to get this shit fixed. I don't want to be a slot machine for the rest of my life. So I'm going to go get the shit fixed. I'm getting everything done. And then I go to the dentist, and I've been trying to get work. And, they did some crowns, and now they're about to do it in Invisalign. And in 6 months, this is going to go away. And they're just going to fix everything and straighten it out. I'm going to have this beautiful, pretty smile, right? And I was telling my friends, I just want to be handsome. At one point in my life, I want to be handsome. And everybody keeps saying, oh, my God, but you are handsome. But you know who's telling me I'm handsome? Women who won't have sex with me.
Is that all?
Yeah, I just noticed the people say that I'm handsome are women who would not have sexual act. Women who you could not pay to have sex with. If you told these women, hey, we're going to give you $10,000 to sleep with that fat black guy, they'd be like, well, I'm going to just stay broke. That's how ugly I am. I know I'm ugly. I mean, nobody has to tell me I'm unattractive. I look in a mirror. I've seen me naked. The fact that I've tricked 3 women into marrying me in this lifetime, I'm over my average for this life. I've done well. I've done well. I've dated well. I've had sex with a lot of women in this life. I'm well over the average for fat, ugly black guys. I've done well. But I'm just like, I'm finally going to fix this. And the minute I go to fix it, people start telling me, don't fix your gap. And I hate every one of them.
This ain't a Diet Coke fix.
This can't be fixed. This is where God betrayed me. This is betrayed by the God and his son. Look at that. You can see my tongue go through it. That's ridiculous, bro. So, yeah, needless to say, I'm getting that fixed up.
Yeah.
That's why I've been going from work a lot lately. That's why you guys hadn't seen me so much. I take a lot of days, and I'm going in and getting dental work done, and trying to look like a decent human being in this century. That's all. That's all I want to do.
By the way, so, your absence was felt at work today. For some reason,
was it?
I didn't think about the fucking fact that we had the schedule change. And I was like, I guess Coach is just not coming into work today.
Yeah, bro, no. My phone at 8:20, I got so many text messages at 8:20, and I was just like, I'm not going to answer those. And I tried to just lay there, and then all of a sudden another one came through. I'm not going to answer that one either. Then the 4th one came through, and I was like, okay, just look at them and see who it is. And then I saw yours, and then I saw like one from Reed and some other people, and I was like, nobody knows I'm off today. Nobody knows I'm off.
It's creepy. And then they had some kind of weird meeting today, and everybody just disappeared for a while. That was odd. I looked around and I was like, I know none of these motherfuckers took VTO. They don't have any PTO left. They don't have any time off that they can take. There's no way they're all gone. And somebody, I think it was Marsh, was like, oh yeah, they're in a meeting. And I was like, oh, okay, meeting.
I think I have one tomorrow. Yeah, I think I have a meeting tomorrow. That's if I go. That is honestly if I go. That's how I feel about it now. I was supposed to take, but tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday I'm supposed to have a meeting with the dentist to get the Invisalign done Thursday morning. So, yeah, it's going to be...
Are they just going to send you like a series of night guards to wear at night to slowly move everything?
I am going to be wearing a 24-hour-a-day Invisalign. Oh, okay. I get to take it off for 1 hour every day. So he told me, yeah, you're going to keep it out for 23, you wear it for 23 and a half hours a day. And I went, so what? He said, yeah. I said, is there anything I can't eat while that's in there? He went, no, you'll be able to live with it. There'll be only a few things you can't eat. And I'm like, but 23 and a half hours a day, I will have an Invisalign in. Now, here's what else it's going to do. It's going to give me a lisp. So excited about that. He said, there's a chance that I'm going to have a lisp. And he said, you're going to just have to get used to learn to talk again. And I was like, bro.
Don't have enough problems in the face department. You're going to have a lisp?
Yeah, so this is just going to be making sure, like when I go to court for my divorce, my wife will be like, I know you cheated on me. And I'm like, who's fucking this? Who in their right mind is fucking fat obesity guy, bald head, gray hair in his goatee with a lisp? No woman's like, when I'm coming up to him sounding like that nerd on Family Guy, like, hey, Nick, you want to go out and get some burgers? Yeah, that's how I'm going to sound, bro. And I'm not looking forward to that. And I work in the phone. So everybody, when they call in and hi, my name's Roderick. And I'm gonna be like, really? Did I just say Roderick? Oh my God. I'm not looking forward to that part. He kind of got me upset about that whole thing.
Hey, maybe it'll help with the weight loss because you won't want to eat as much because you get this fucking Invisalign, which is annoying the shit out of you.
Bro, maybe. It's already helping me to think that suicide's a better option right now.
You're doing this to yourself. Like, you want the gap gone, but you're pissed off about the measures that you've got to take to get it to gone.
Yeah, man. I know there's always like no pain, no gain, but it just seems like everything I do in my life, there's like, hey, here's some more pain. And I'm like, I don't think that's what I wanted. I wanted gain, a little bit of pain. This is, I'm going to be fat with a lisp.
As you lose the weight and you have the Invisalign in, slowly you won't have to use the sleep apnea machine anymore. There you go. Always look on the bright side of death.
I actually did check with the doctor about that, and with the sleep apnea, and I talked to them, and they said, hey, there's a chance that you could lose up to 200 pounds and still need your machine.
Motherfucker.
I said, what? They said, yeah, we've had people that have lost the weight, and their sleep apnea was so severe that ended up still having to have the machine.
At that point, you go get that fucking uvula shaved down shit that they can do.
Yeah, bro. At that point, something's going to give. Yeah. Something's going to have to give, bro. I can't do that. But yeah, it is what it is now. So that's where I'm going, man. The journey to good looking has started. That's what I'm calling it. Good looking 2018. Because I'm not good looking right now. There's no handsome in this face.
Because 2018 ain't looking good. That's
no. Yeah, man, I mean, the cool thing is I go to a lot more movies this year. So because when you're this unattractive, you stay in theater.
What have you been watching?
I spent this last weekend at the theater, and I watched Friday night, I went and watched Death Wish. Saturday, I went and watched Game Night, the new Jason Bateman comedy. Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams. And then Sunday afternoon, early Sunday afternoon, right before the Oscars, I watched Call Me By Your Name. So that let me have 5 of the...
Best Picture?
That way, I watched 5 of the 8 films that were up for Best Picture. So it was cool. I did my thing.
I think the thing that we can learn from the 2018 Oscars is that if you just have a woman fuck a fish man, you get Best Picture.
Nah, not necessarily. Not necessarily. That was a good movie, though. Like, if I break down all the films, in fact, I have a list here. I can do it. Let's see if I have this.
Somebody, I'm regurgitating internet memes, but somebody called it Grinding Nemo.
That's brilliant. Oh, God, I love it. That is awesome. Yeah, it was, so let's do this. So here were the movies. It was 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yep.
The Post, Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Lady Bird, Get Out, Call Me By Your Name, Phantom Thread, Darkest Hour.
Watched about half of those, I think.
Yeah, so it was 9 films. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 films. There were 9 films up, and I watched 5 of the 9. There were only 4. I didn't see Darkest Hour. I didn't see Phantom Thread. I didn't see Dunkirk, and I didn't see The Post. Mm-hmm. I still do plan on watching all 4 of those films. It'll be the only time I've ever done it. I was really trying to get everything watched before the Oscars.
Yeah.
But the big ones, the ones that really did do well in winning, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, The Shape of Water, Lady Bird, Get Out, and Call Me By Your Name. I watched all those. All great films. All great films. Call Me By Your Name put me up a little bit. I went with Bob to watch that one. And there's a lot to unpack in that film. There's a lot. It was beautifully shot. And I think I got more emotional about it than I did because the father that's in the movie gives the speech at the end to his son about happiness. And it was a lot for me to unpack, but also it hit with the emotional depth that it was a conversation I'd had personally with my dad when I was going through my hoe stage. When I was a younger man, I was just a slut. And he talked about this thing he always used to tell me: if you give every woman you're with, you're giving a piece of yourself to them. And if you keep giving to all these different women, by the time you meet the woman who you want to spend your life with, what would you have to offer? And it stuck with me through the years. Now, by the time he told it to me, I wish I would listen harder, because I still gave a little bit more pieces away. But no, it really stuck with me, man. And it was just like, wow, his family was really supportive. They knew he was a 17-year-old kid. He was kind of lost in his sexuality, wasn't sure who he was or what he was. Man, it was beautifully shot. It was a great film. I definitely recommend it. But it was, it left me with a lot to unpack, because I didn't know I was going to watch a film like this and then end up thinking about, damn, I miss my dad. So it was definitely a lot to deal with. But it was good film. Great film. I definitely recommend watching it if you haven't seen it. Yeah, man, definitely. Get Out, we already know that was a good film. Hell, I love Get Out. I've lived Get Out. I've dated enough white women that Get Out was a documentary. They could have put Get Out in a documentary and I still do it. Yeah, that makes sense. I've been there. I have dealt with some awkward white people in my life. I actually dated a girl one time who, when I went to see her, I didn't know her parents I didn't know her dad was racist, but I remember going to her house I knocked on the door and he answered the door and he looked at me and I said, is so-and-so here? And he was like, hold on. And he went to the house and then I heard a fight break out and a whole bunch of arguing. And then she came to the door like nothing. And we were just talking out in the driveway like, hey, you okay? What's going on? Oh, nothing. She goes back in the house. She gets kicked out. He told her you shouldn't have had that nigger at my door. Yeah, kicked her out the house for that. I had zero idea, dog. I was like, bro, I was just dropping by to see if you wanted to go kick it. I didn't know that it was going to get you kicked out your house. You never mentioned that your dad was in the Klan. This is something I think. If you're going to date a black man, white ladies, if you're listening to this show and you're considering dating a black man, consider this PSA. You don't have to tell him on the first date, but sometime before the engagement party, you need to let him know there's some members of your family that are in the Klan.
Like all of the ones that are over the age of 50, pretty much.
Yeah, just let them know. Just let them know. Like, I don't want to be getting invited to a bonfire and then the damn bonfire shaped like a cross. That's going to be awkward for everybody. I just want to know who in the family is in the Klan. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, she didn't tell me. I found out the hard way. She found out the hard way. She got kicked out. I went back on the mom.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. But now she's happily married to a black man.
Well, that's good.
And has a kid. Yeah, so it worked out, I don't think I was the first one. I don't think I was the first black guy. I can't take credit for leading her toward the joys of being married to a black man, but I like to think I contributed. Did what I could to contribute to the cause.
So we got a trailer for Solo.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not excited. I can tell you that much. I'm just kind of meh. The most exciting part of that is just the fact that Donald Glover's going to be in it, but I don't know how much there is there to care about, because it's not, other than having Lando there, and the Falcon, there's nothing that connects it to anything else.
Well, we might get to see the Tesseract run. What was the name of that run? Yeah, the Tesseract.
No.
What was the run he did? The Tesseract's from the Avengers. God, I got see, all of Disney is one thing to me now.
The Kessel Run.
The Kessel Run. Yeah, that was it.
So, a parsec. The quote is, that he made the Kessel Run in so many parsecs. The parsec is a measurement of length, not of time. So the only thing that I can think of is that the Kessel Run involves moving through Empire occupied space without being detected, and how short you can make that run. Is maybe there's a long way around and there's a short way where you have to cut through Empire territory. I think it was, what did he say, less than 12 parsecs? So
yes, maybe something crazy. Maybe
that will be in the movie. I can't think of anything else that they would try to do that doesn't involve that, because we've heard about it so much. It's been fucking hammered into everybody's head for like 30 years. Let's make a movie about that.
But okay, let's be honest. You've not been excited for this movie for a while.
That's not exactly true. I was excited for it when they first announced it, and then when they decided to dump the two writer-directors completely, rewrite the entire film and refilm it with a different director, that's when I was just kind of like, okay, this is going to be a shit show. Because I've seen what happens when that happens with other movies. Talking about like DC films. Literally all of them. We have a good director. We're going to let the trailer company cut the final edit of the film. We've got an original director. We're going to bring in another director halfway through and have him finish the film. And then suddenly Superman has a rubber mustache removal.
I can't argue that. I mean, here's my thing. Disney is pretty tight about how Star Wars is treated. I truly believe they're not going to let this suck. They can't afford to let this suck.
I think their grip...
I honestly believe that.
I think their grip on the way that they have basically constructed the way to make a Star Wars movie is the problem with Star Wars movies. Because there is no room to deviate from this very set path that they have. You know, this has to happen during a Star Wars movie. That has to happen during a Star Wars movie. There has to be a reference to another Star Wars movie. There is no, let's tell a story in this universe. We can't do Ocean's 11 in the Star Wars universe, which, you know, there have been that's what Rogue One should have been, and Rogue One wound up just being a generic Star Wars movie.
I actually enjoyed Rogue One. I know that's some people did, some people didn't. I enjoyed Rogue One for what it was. I'll just say that.
I enjoyed Rogue One the first time I watched it. Upon subsequent viewings, I saw all of the flaws in it and how shitty it was. And that was the problem with Rogue One. It was a great facade, but if you look at it from any other viewpoint, it just looks terrible.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, so I can't even hate on that one. Let's give them that one. But yeah, I see where you're going with it. Trying to think of what else got me. Well, my only thing was, okay, I'll say it like this. I'm really trying not to listen to too much information about the film before it comes out.
And the reason is the trailer. I haven't listened to any information about it.
Yeah, there's some stuff out there, and I kind of heard some of that, and I just kind of said, you know what, I'm blocking that out. I don't care about that particular thing. You know, it's just kind of like I don't want to know because I don't want to go into it jaded. I'm just going to say that. So I'm trying to keep an open mind about it. But definitely there's some stuff that I've heard that I was just like, Like about the acting of the lead actor. There's some rumors about whether he was good enough for the role or whether he should have been picked.
They had to send him to acting school. After the directorial change and the writing shift, they literally had to send him to acting school to learn how to act.
Yeah. Has that ever been verified, or was that just rumor?
I'm pretty sure it was verified. I'm not too enamored with some of the cast choices. I don't know why Emily Clark is in this movie. She sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know why. Does there have to be another like beautiful love interest for Han Solo that comes before Leia? Do we really need that?
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. I think we knew that Han Solo looks like he might have had some hoe tendencies, so I don't think it's wise to make a movie where you say, I wouldn't want the movie to end with her still on his mind when we go into Star Wars, because then that makes Leia a rebound. I don't know if I like that either. Even then, I got to kind of look at time. How much time passed before?
Also, why in the fuck is Jon Favreau in this movie?
Hey, what is he doing?
I don't know. Clint Howard is in this movie. Jon Favreau's in it. Dean Newton. Warwick Davis is in it. He's probably playing a short person of some distinguished, or maybe a droid. I don't know. It's a weird cast. Woody Harrelson. Why is Woody Harrelson in a Star Wars movie?
Eventually, everybody will be. I mean, let's just face it. Eventually, we all will be Star Wars. And I'm excited about that. I just don't know when we get to play.
Also, like, Ron Howard has directed a shitload of bombs recently, hasn't he? No?
I don't think so. Let's look.
What was the last movie he did?
I'm looking right now. If I can quit putting Rob Howard, The Bachelorette.
He's apparently directing an adaptation of a Neil Stephenson novel. A Neil Stephenson novel that I didn't particularly like at all. The last thing he made was Inferno, In the Heart of the Sea.
That doesn't seem right.
Made in America, Rush, The Dilemma.
So I know he did the Beatles 8 Days of documentary that was on Netflix. In the Heart of the Sea was 2015. Rush. That was the racing movie with Hemsworth in it.
In the Heart of the Sea bombed hardcore. They spent $100 million on it. They made 18.5 opening weekend, and they grossed 25 total in the United States.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm when I say he's been bombing recently, I'm not I'm not trying to be a dick. He really has been bombing recently. He spent $75 million on a Tom Hanks-driven movie called Inferno, and it only made $34 million in the States.
Yeah, but that's part of that whole like angels and demons and that whole thing in the Da Vinci Code movies. That's part 3 in that series.
But seriously, though, I mean, all right, so let's go to The Dilemma. Do you ever remember a movie called The Dilemma with Kevin James and Vince Vaughn?
The one where he found out his buddy was cheating. Yeah.
Spent $70 million, only made back $48 million in the U.S. And he's not had a very good run recently. I think that they're giving this to him as a softball so that he can try to hit a home run, so he can actually start making other movies again, because I have a feeling Hollywood has lost all faith in him, and and Disney knows he's a good director, so they brought him in to fix this project, and if he can successfully fix this project, then Hollywood might start giving him money again.
Yeah, possibly. It's a possibility. Don't know, but it's always possible. So, I don't know. It's going to definitely be interesting. Have they set a release date for this one?
Sometime in the summer, I think. It was originally supposed to be really close.
I think everything got away from the Avengers.
This says May 25th.
Wait, when is Deadpool coming out?
Let's see. I want to say it's May 18th. Totally wrong. That's another movie that I'm worried about, but I think we've already talked about that before.
What?
Deadpool, I'm just worried about it.
Why?
Because it doesn't have the original director. The lead actor kicked the director off the project and brought in a new director. Never a good sign.
Could be that the lead actor wanted this film to be perfect and not screwed up.
The guy who directed the first film made a rated R superhero movie that made $800 million.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't want to go in that same direction the second film. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. So here's my thing. I fired a lot of fucking people who I did shit with on the first project, and the second project, they were about to fuck it up. I don't know what happened. So I can't knock that one. I'm not going to get worried about it yet. I am going to say I like that they're bringing in a lot more characters. It looks over the top again. I don't know what we're getting. I mean, they've been kind of quiet on the story. They've been real quiet. I have no idea what the story is.
I know they're cutting.
All I know is we're getting cable.
TJ Miller's part in that movie has been severely diminished. Like, they couldn't take him out of the movie entirely because they would have had to do a ton of reshoots, but they're like whittling his part down to nothing because of all that shit that happened.
Yeah, he got caught up in the sexual harassment scandals, right?
Yeah, I think, punching the shit out of one of his ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, he did some shit I can't endorse him on. Yeah, he did some crazy shit. So
that's another reason why you want to worry about that film, is because it's got somebody in it that people don't like now. And of course, there's probably a lot of people out there that don't give a fuck, so it probably doesn't really matter to them. But
yeah, I mean, there's enough people in this country that voted for Trump, so obviously enough people that won't give a shit about bad behavior, will pay to go see a movie. Come on, bro.
Yeah, everybody still watches the NBA.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. You know, they were talking about the NFL was like, oh my God, the stadiums are empty. And I was like, yeah, but they all got paid with the Super Bowl. Had one of the highest viewings that it's ever had in years. Big deal. People don't care. People like to say they're offended, but people don't. Maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe some people do care, but good God, if I know who they are. So it's going to be definitely interesting. What about the Avengers? You excited for that one at least?
Infinity War? Yeah, kind of. I'm not like...
They bumped the date up.
Yeah, I saw that too. That seems like that's a weird choice.
They're
scared of something?
No, what I heard is that they moved the date up because they want to try to catch some of that Marvel lightning that Black Panther is generating for them. Black Panther, all seriousness, may end up being $1 billion film.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really tracking toward being $1 billion franchise all by itself. Last time I looked, it was at 793 million. That's not even.
I thought they were on track for 900 million by this weekend.
I haven't looked at the last numbers like from this past weekend, but yeah, no telling where they are. Black Panther right now is so close to being $1 billion franchise. I wonder what it would be on.
748.2 million.
There he goes.
You looking forward to A Wrinkle in Time?
Oddly enough, yes. I read the book when I was a kid.
One sec. I just found an article from today. It's 910 million now. Black Panther is.
So that puts it at 910?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And they're expecting $1 billion by next weekend. So Wrinkle in Time. Sorry, continue.
Whoa. It did more than 500 million domestically in 3 weeks.
I wonder what the box office drop off on it is, if there even is any.
Only 2 films in the history of cinema earned that much domestic gross in 3 weeks. The Last Jedi, 517 million, and The Force Awakens with 742. It also has the third biggest third weekend of all time. Bruh, this movie is just a freaking cash cow. It's going to be a 1 billion. It's headed to 1 billion. It only needs another big week.
Yeah, one more big push.
One more big weekend, and if it hits that 4, it still pulls another 100 million. It's only got to do 100 million another weekend, and it's done. It's a $1 billion film, $1 billion franchise by itself. It's going to step into some that's lofty numbers. That's a very elusive, exclusive club that you step into $1 billion film franchises.
Yeah, just hopefully they don't decide, oh, that's just a fluke, and then not continue to pursue movies in this vein.
I don't know. I'm torn on this one. One, I hated the idea. I mean, Black Panther still has some great stories to do. We still haven't seen Shuri as the Black Panther. If they finalize the whole thing with Fox, we could actually see Black Panther and Storm as a couple or the wedding. If they chose to put that in the cinematic universe, they may not choose to pursue that.
What I mean is, like, outside of Black Panther movies, just creators actually being able to step up and get money for projects, because this movie is the rising tide that lifts all boats, and so hopefully that actually happens, because it could be that Hollywood's just like, oh, that's just Marvel, that's a fluke. There is no market for other projects like it, where it's the director and the writer and the costume designer and literally everybody but 2 people in the fucking movie, the Tolkien white guys, are the ones who are leading the projects. Like, I hope that this kind of spreads out to everybody in Hollywood, and they don't see it as like a fluke. They see it as like, wow, there is a want for this type of media, and there's a really huge market here. Let's exploit it.
I have thoughts on Black cinema. That could be its own show. And Hollywood and Black cinema. For the longest time, Hollywood only made movies that either gangster films because of the success of Boys in the Hood. So that everything they gave you was, Menace to Society, which did really well, the Hughes Brothers film. But it was always gangster films or slave films. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't really see, that's really what they market as. Black media movies. I don't want to see Madea movies. Nothing against Tyler Perry. I've watched some of them. Some of them are funny. But I'm pretty much over that whole thing.
You don't want Madea Goes to Wakanda?
Yeah, no, hell no. I know he's thinking about it. I know he was looking at it like, Madea Go to Wakanda gonna be my next film. I know it's gonna come. But I really just don't want to see. I don't want to see those movies. Then the other thing we get where the Black Woman Wrong, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Waiting to Exhale. We always get those black films. We did get a black comedy, Girlfriends, which did really well. The Queen Latifah film. That did really well at the theaters. It had a nice little pull of box office. But it's just like when they try to market black films, it's weird. It's just how Hollywood markets film. But then again, here's my thing is that I say it's weird, but you can't market those films unless there's black people that are going to watch those. There's somebody going to watch them. Somebody's paying to see that stuff. And so now I'm kind of like at the point where it's like,
Damn.
So I don't know. I don't think we're going to see any more black superheroes.
No, dude. I think what's happening right now is the wheels are spinning on getting Jon Stewart into those fucking green tights as soon as humanly possible, and rocketing his ass out there, and possibly turning around and doing a Cyborg movie, because that's who they got. As far as like big names are concerned, I mean, they might be able to pull a Static Shock movie out of their ass if they wanted to, but
I don't know. I mean, they were talking about Cyborg was going to get a film, but I think he wasn't until 2020. Mm-hmm. I mean, DC's weird about their movies. I'm going to just be honest. Like this year, we're supposed to get Aquaman this year. How much have you seen on that? How much have you seen on it? It's still on the calendar for this year, but I've seen shit. I haven't seen anything about shooting schedules. I haven't seen any scenes from the set. I've seen nothing.
Didn't it lose a director too? I think it did.
They're not telling us anything, man. I mean, it's just like, damn, dude, if you are, you ain't saying nothing about it. You ain't saying a damn thing about this. Maybe you don't give a shit about this film.
But yeah, I think that's what I want to come out of this is just more from black creators in all other genres, because I mean, Get Out was massive even at the Oscars. Black Panther's been massive, and hopefully the shit continues. I really want a Don Glover.
Don't say Spider-Man.
No, because Spider-Man's not gonna work. No, I want him as Lando in his own movie. I want a Lando Calrissian like spin-off where it's just him by himself. And what I want to happen is at the end of the film, he gets put into carbonite, and then in episodes 10, 11, and 12, he gets unfrozen from carbonite, and we just get to have Donald Glover like skip 6, 7, and 8, and all of that aging, and we just have Donald Glover in the future Star Wars movies as Lando. Come on, you know you want it.
Yeah, what I want and what I think will happen are two different things.
And we know that you don't age when you're frozen in carbonite.
Yeah, they would go back and get D. Williams' old ass again.
No, they would.
They would.
No, because they already were gonna get him back, and they didn't on purpose because he can't play that character anymore. He was gonna be in He was gonna be in this set of trilogy. He's gonna be in the next movie, and they cut him because Lando's not Lando anymore.
Yeah, no, he's old. Yeah, dude, he's unaged.
Luke is old, and Leia's old, and fucking Harrison Ford is old. But
did you see Billy D. Williams on Dancing with the Stars? Dude, he has trouble walking, bro. I don't know if he's ready to be on the set of a Lando movie.
See, that's why I'm saying.
In a wheelchair.
Put Lando in carbonite and have Lando's movie be set right after episode 6. He goes into carbonite, he gets unfrozen in 10, 11, and 12. And we have young Lando just transported from 30 years ago to now. And magically he's Donald Glover.
I don't see that happening, but okay.
And by the time they start making those films, Donald Glover will be the age that Billy D. Williams was when he was playing Lando.
You really want that to happen, don't you?
It would be great. Can you deny that it would not be awesome to see Lando Calrissian like have an arc where like episodes 10, 11, and 12 are just about him? Or at least involve him in some way, shape, or form?
Bruh. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move on from that. I'm going to move on from that. I don't see it happening, but I'm going to move on. What I got going on here? Let's see. Dude, that's crazy. I don't know. So we got, what movies we got? We got Avengers is the next big one. That's April. I don't think there's anything else, is there? I'm looking and I don't see anything that's really big coming. I'm looking upcoming. A Wrinkle in Time is going to be on
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
March 9th. That's this summer, right?
We have Ready Player One, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers, Infinity War, the Han Solo movie, another Jurassic Park movie, Incredibles 2, the Death Wish remake with what's his name, Bruce Willis.
I just saw that Friday.
They're doing a Sicario 2, which is just...
Oh, yeah, they are. I saw the trailer for that.
Pacific Rim, Venom.
You forgot Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's coming in March.
Yeah,
March 16th.
There's that silly-ass Rampage movie with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. I'm not even going to lie. That's just going to be weird.
Spider-Man 2, I think. Spider-Man Homecoming 2 is this summer.
Not this summer.
Not this summer?
That's 2020.
It's 2020?
No. Yeah, we're only Spider-Man movie we're getting this year is the one at Christmas, which is the animated one, which Miles Morales, the Spider-Verse film.
Oh, okay.
We will get that one this year.
Supposedly we get Venom this year, too, which is just weird. There's also Isle of Dogs from Wes Anderson.
I'm actually excited for that.
Deadpool 2.
Oh.
I can't find anything in here that I'm really excited about that's not an adaptation, a superhero movie, or a remake. There's like literally nothing on the list.
No, that sounds about right.
Oh, there's a X-Men Dark Phoenix is supposed to be coming out this year, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. They're still making those.
I don't know why.
It's really how I feel when it comes to X-Men. You're still making those, huh?
I guess they got fucking... Let's see. They've got Sophie Turner, and they're going to use her, and they've got Jennifer Lawrence, and they're going to use her. It's going to be the whole, retro cast.
Yeah, they kind of got me on that one. You may have got me. I may not be excited for anything.
Here's the thing. real talk. I can't tell if I'm just not excited for any of this shit or if it's the depression.
That's a good question. I think I'm at a point where it's like I'm almost oversaturated with bullshit films. I just don't know what I care about. I just went and watched Death Wish, the remake with Bruce Willis. It's an Eli Roth film. It's gory. The gore levels are high. I enjoyed it. So let me just go ahead and put it out there like this. If I had to give it a score, it's a B plus. It's an 80 on a scale of 1 to 100. It's in the 80s.
Could it have been named anything other than Death Wish and still been the same film?
No, they even kept the same name. It's Death Wish. It's Paul from the original film. They kept the name. In the first film, well, God, I'm old as dirt. I'm 47. I remember the first film when I was a kid. We saw it at a drive-in theater. It's one my parents used to go to the drive-in, and they would like put a quilt in the back seat and give us pillows. And then we'd watch the first film, and that would be the one that we were like, okay, you can watch this film. And then we'd fall asleep, and then they'd watch the double feature. And the double feature was usually something that was heavy, rated R, pretty violent. And I, as a kid, woke up in Death Wish when they raped his daughter, and killed his wife. And I just saw all this violence going on the screen. And it freaked me out as a kid, but I couldn't say anything because I was supposed to be asleep. So I just had to try to close my eyes and forget and then I had nightmares about it. And then it was just crazy. It was just crazy. Like 2 movies did that to me. The other one was Walking Tall. You know, the dude with this big 2x4 that beat everybody's ass.
The one that Dwayne Johnson remade.
Yeah, they remade that one too. So I watched both of those films as a kid. They were both bloody. They were both gory. In the 70s. And in that one, Charles Bronson was, he was a liberal architect in New York City. I want to say he was in New York City. This one takes place in Chicago. So they talk about gun violence in Chicago and how it's out of control and how many deaths due to guns. It touched on some hot button topic issues. The movie is basically what would happen if we gave a good guy. We always hear this narrative from the right. The way to stop a bad guy with a gun is for a good guy with a gun. Yeah, but really? This movie actually said, well, here's what happens if he usually tries to take the law in his own hand. Now you have to ask the question, is he really a good guy? The film, entertaining as fuck, man. But it's violent. Don't go into it thinking it's not. Eli Roth is the director. That tells you everything you need to know about this film.
Yeah.
He's gonna be gore. He's gonna go for some shock violence. That's Eli Roth in a handbag that does things, and that's what he did with this one. Was it a good film? Yes. Would I watch it again at the Dollar Movie? Yes. Would I probably buy it on a Blu-ray and watch it again? Yes. It was good. It was entertaining. It was a popcorn flick. Game Night, Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams. Jason Bateman does dark comedy better than anybody. If you've seen Horrible Bosses, if you've seen Butter, if you've seen anything, what was it, Office Christmas Party? Jason Bateman's in a comedy. I'm damn near going to go every time if the comedy's rated R. It never disappoints me. Never disappoints me anymore. He's just solid banking money. This one definitely a little bit darker, a little bit more violent than I expected, but it was hilarious. I mean, laugh out loud funny. So it's a solid film. So, and then, I'm still going to kind of do all my, this looks like one of those movies that will be top of the season. So I had to do Call Me By Your Name, and I'll still be doing that all through the year, man. I think we're at a point where, I'm not saying I'm tired of hero movies. I just don't want to see shitty hero movies.
Yeah. Because
Black Panther was freaking amazing. And now the bar has been set so high by this film. Thor Ragnarok was amazing. Like, I made the mistake of watching Justice League and Thor Ragnarok on the same day.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Justice League. I did. I left Justice League and was like, hey, but then I went and watched Thor Ragnarok later. It was the second feature of my double feature day. And then I was like, well, Justice League wasn't as good as, it was good, but it wasn't as good as, Thor Ragnarok was like the best Thor film. It's damn near up there with Guardians 1 as in quality. It was a really good film.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, like, it's a really good film. It does have its problems, but the problems that it has, you don't care about because the movie's so fucking fun to watch.
Yeah, it was just such a good film. But then, like, I liked Justice League. I loved Wonder Woman. So those are two different films. There's a quality in Wonder Woman that puts it up in the top echelons. Wonder Woman deserves to be in the conversation with the first Avengers and Black Panther and the first Guardians of the Galaxy. And these are amazing superhero movies. Okay, those films deserve to be in that pantheon of talk. The Batman with Christian Bale and Heath Ledger. Which one was that?
The
Batman
second one.
Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second Batman film. Yeah, that one. Amazing film. Amazing film. These are like some of the greatest comic book movies that we will ever get. Logan is
Speaking
almost in a.
Pissed off that it didn't get the Oscar, but I understand why. But I'm glad that it got the fucking nod because at least it got one Oscar nod because that movie was phenomenal.
I really think Patrick Stewart should have got a nod for his role. Supporting. At least, if anything, Hugh Jackman could have got, I think, for. He could have got a Best Actor nod in that, man. I mean, that was not a comic book role. Yeah, he'd been playing Wolverine for a while. And maybe it was because it's technically the third or fourth Wolverine movie, but I don't care.
They're all the Wolverine movie, though. That's the thing. If any of the X-Men movies have Wolverine in them, it's a Wolverine movie, and everybody is just there to be supporting cast for him because Bryan Singer just wants to suck Hugh Jackman's cock.
You just totally blacked out. Your whole conversation, all I heard was they're all, and then it cut out like you were cursing, like we edited ourselves.
It's okay. It recorded because it's recording my mic live. So.
Okay, cool. I was like, he totally got like he had cursed out everything about Bryan Singer. That was beautiful. It sounded so amazing. That is the greatest editing job ever. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to see him. I wouldn't even mind seeing the little girl that was the young X-23 in that film. She would have got a little, best supporting, actress nod. I would have gave like, hey, that's nice. Did it even get a nod for screenplay? What did it get its nod in?
Writing.
It deserved that. It was up against some heavy hitters, though. It was up against heavy hitters this year, man. I did like seeing Jordan Peele win for Get Out. I thought that was cool. Gotcha. Yeah. Man, we've been on here for a minute, haven't we?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. And we just talked shit about what we've been watching. Bro, I will tell you this. Oh, I meant to tell you something. I started it. The Orville.
The Orville? You liking it? Is it good?
It is.
It's
I hate to say it is really good.
It's Star Trek: The Next Generation with some comedy thrown in so that they don't get sued. That's literally what it is. Like if you
everything from
it's Star Trek. Period. End to end.
Yeah, the whole thing about getting his first ship assignment and moving to the ship, like and setting out on an exploratory vessel. Everything about it was amazing. I was like, this is really good. I really, really like this show.
It's everything that Star Trek Discovery wishes it could be.
I did not like the whole thing about the wife, the ex-wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that plays along later as the season goes on, but just kind of like, really?
Don't worry about that shit. It goes to the background pretty quick.
That first episode.
It comes up as just a poke every now and again at comedy. And then it ties into, I think, maybe one major episode through the whole season. But it's not, they don't keep hammering that shit over the head. They get past it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'm really going to enjoy it. I'm just kind of taking my time. I'm not trying to watch it. I started it and just thought, hey, let's see what it's about. I will finish it. I will be watching the rest of it. Really enjoying what I'm seeing so far. So, good show. Thanks for turning me on to that. I mean, I kind of kicked at it and didn't want to do it, but I finally sat down and started it and was like, this is quality. This is really, really, really good.
The line is, if you like the J.J. Abrams films, then you'll probably like Discovery. But if you like actual Star Trek, which is anything before the J.J. Abrams verse, literally anything, like if you like Voyager, if you like DS9, or if you like Next Generation or the original series, watch The Orville. You'll have a much better time with The Orville than you will with Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to be an asshole when I say I would agree 100% with that. It just seems like it was a much better film. I definitely liked what I saw. I can tell you that. And we'll continue to watch it. Hey, man, what is this? No! Oh, why, computer? Why must you hate me?
Computer's done nothing wrong.
Computers hate me. They do. They hate me. But no, I'm definitely going to continue to watch that one, and I'll keep you posted on how that goes. I really want to do a wrestling. I'm just going to say it. We got to get that in here. I want to bring Hannah Kemp on. I think she's really I want to talk to her about the women's belt, and there's some exciting stuff going on in women's wrestling. I don't know about you, but the women's Royal Rumble and the women's Elimination Chamber matches were on par. Hell, the women's Elimination Chamber was better than me personally. Yeah. It was a good-ass match, man. Hey, I gotta ask the question, man. Are you going to be doing WrestleMania at your house?
WrestleMania at my house? No.
Yeah, I gotta figure out who's.
I might go over to Adam's. I mean,
Adam's not gonna be here.
Oh,
Adam's going to it.
You know,
Adam's going to it.
I could do it over here because I think I still have Nick's login for the WWE Network saved into my system, so I could log in and watch it.
We got to do something, man, because I gotta find a house. Stephen Rodwell's sister is getting married, so
he's out.
Yeah, bro. What day is this? I mean, I don't know, but I'll get you the dates. We need to start looking at it because I can't miss my WrestleMania fam. I even thought about subscribing just for a month.
You have to sign a 6-month contract before you can watch pay-per-views. Yep.
So I would have to subscribe for 6 months just to be able to watch.
Just to be able to watch WrestleMania, you have to subscribe for 6 months. So it's April 8th, so we've got some time. I might even just see if Nick wants to come over for it.
That's what it sounds like, a winner to me, bro. Let's do it. Right. I don't care, man. If you got a grill, I'll grill for you. I'll cook, but I got to have a place to watch.
No, I don't have a grill. But
okay, cool.
If we were going to cook anyway and we're going to cook meat, it's going to go in the sous vide. So.
But yeah, you like to sous vide them steaks, man.
No grill required.
Yeah, man. I don't mind the taste of a little smoke and char.
I can put liquid smoke in yours if you want.
That does sound good. WWE is redneck anime. Changed my mind. I love that statement, right? I hate saying things and then somebody kills something I said, but that's what I just got to say. WWE is redneck anime. Okay, I'm all in on that. I'll take that. It's some of the best redneck anime ever. Dude, so let's get on out of here. Let's call it a week, and then we will get back to it, and we'll look at... I got to get some more information about some of these films, but definitely let's start looking at trying to get Hannah booked on the show, and let's talk about some craziness that's going on with women's in WWE. I'm ready to do another wrestling show.
All right.
All right, brother. You have a great night. And as always, we thank everybody for listening to the show. We just ask that you continue to subscribe to the show. I know we've been off. Our schedules have been off. Life is happening. The bigger the show has gotten, the harder it has become for us to do the show every week. So all the letters and emails and following us has definitely kept us in it when it was hard to do it. And we want to thank you guys for that. But until next time, it's your boy Coach. It's your boy Brandon. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Team Lift Podcast with your hosts, Brendan Bowie and Roderick McDaniel. Join us again next week as we discuss more topics from geek culture. Be sure to follow us on our Twitter page @GoTeamLift, as well as our personal pages @CoachSilky and @ThighSide. You can direct questions or comments to us on our Twitter page, as well as find links to all of our social media outlets. Thank you for listening. See you again next week.